GTA 5 was released in September of 2013. The same year the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One was released. The same year Smosh was the most subscribed YouTube channel. And the same year Vine was released.
Hello, I'm Squidward.
And since then, Rockstar has sold over 190 million copies and made over $8 billion. That's a lot of money. And it got me thinking, is GTA 5 actually a good game? Is it as good as I remember? Well, that's what we're gonna find out in today's video. When I was a kid, there was two things I loved doing. Being an idiot with my friends. I mean, I was a really weird kid. I don't know why I would do stuff like this. And when I wasn't being a weird kid, I was probably playing GTA on the PlayStation 2. The second I got back from school, this is all you would hear from my bedroom. And this is where my love for the GTA series all started. I actually feel bad for you if you never played these older games back on the PlayStation 2. Your childhood must have sucked. What did you do? Go outside? Touch grass, you loser. So, you're probably wondering to yourself, why did this random man on the internet just tell me all of that stuff that I don't really care about? Well, around Christmas time, I was sorting through some old stuff, and I came across an old PlayStation 2 with a copy of GTA San Andreas. I had a little bit of free time, I was feeling pretty nostalgic, so I set everything up, and it was really bad. Like, really bad. I can't even see what's going on. I think that's a car. I have no idea. So, instead, I decided to play the entire GTA 5 story mode, and it was pretty fun. Yes, that was the entire GTA 5 storyline, cut up into about 5 seconds. The game starts out in North Yankton with Michael, Trevor, and Brad. They tried robbing a bank, but it was all a massive setup, doesn't go to plan. Pretty much Brad gets shot instead of Trevor. He runs away. That's pretty much the prologue. The rest of the game is pretty much long car rides, doing a heist, and yoga. Yes, that's an actual mission. Who thought this mission was a good idea? I want to know whose idea this mission was. I want to meet you, punch you in the face, and then probably apologize because I don't want to punch anyone in the face. I mean, that's not very nice. I would explain the storyline, but you probably don't care. The game is over a decade old. You probably know the story by now. And if you don't, why are you watching this video? So yeah, let's just like move on to the next part of this video. This was the first time replaying the story since like 2015, maybe 2016. I can't remember the last time I replayed the story mode. It's been a while though. So I had low expectations. I honestly thought the game would feel outdated by now, but I actually had a lot of fun. So much that I ended up completing 100% of the game, which was fun, apart from collecting the letters and space parts. That was boring. Before we get into everything that made this game so great, let's talk about some things that made it not so great. Like yoga. Why is that in the game still? It's actually annoyed me that it's in the game. I've never been so bored playing a video game in my life. Despite playing through this game multiple times back on the Xbox 360, I still found the story kind of confusing. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but I actually had to watch a video explaining the storyline. I mean, I understood most of the important parts, like how Michael was in witness protection. They spend a lot of the story talking about Brad. It felt like a big deal. And all of a sudden, Trevor finds out, they argue, Michael gets kidnapped, and then they're fine, back to normal. After Bury the Hatchet, I don't even think they talked about Brad anymore. It's such an interesting part of the story, and now I have more questions than answers. And this wasn't the only time I felt like this. Why did Franklin have beef with Stretch? Why did Dave want to kill Trevor? Why did Michael fake his own death in the first place? You get the point. Are the answers in the game? Yeah. Did I miss the answers because my rotten TikTok brain needs an unhealthy amount of stimulation? Yes. It was actually thanks to Dark Viper's videos that helped me understand the story. If I didn't watch these videos, a lot of this story I just wouldn't have understood. It was so easy to miss vital parts just because you missed a bit of dialogue or a text message. The GTA 5 story is very deep and quite interesting, but it's very messy and all over the place. I think they made the right choice with Red Dead Redemption 2 by making it so you only play play as one character. It just flows so well. So hopefully they've learned their lesson for GTA 6. There's quite a list of things I don't like about this game, but I'm not going to go into too much detail, mainly because you probably don't actually care. Okay, fine, I'll tell you. Jeez, stop pulling my leg. Car mechanics. I like the driving in GTA 5, and I get making the game easier to play, but if my car is upside down, I shouldn't be able to flip it back round. That doesn't make any sense. When have you ever seen a car do that? I don't know about you, but I've never seen one. I kind of wish they kept some of the mechanics from GTA 4. I think that game done it pretty well. I mean, apart from turning the corner, I could not do it. Straight into you, love. Sorry about that. Not having many enterable. Why can I not say that word? Enterable. Enter the ball. Enter the ball. I don't know how to speak English. Enterable.
Not many enterable buildings.
Thank you, Google Translate. Probably due to the hardware limitations of the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. But why couldn't they add it for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4? Or PlayStation 5? Or Xbox Series X? You had plenty of chances, Rockstar. They killed off Johnny for pretty much no good reason at all. This one is more of a personal take, but it just annoys me. There was no need for this. No parkour features. You could do this in a game from 2008, but not 2013. And finally, yoga. I still can't believe this mission got the green light. I think the problem with GTA 5 was it was released too early. They had a lot of extra content planned, but got cut due to the consoles at the time. Personally, I think Rockstar should have waited another year and released the game on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. GTA 5 definitely isn't a perfect game, but that doesn't mean it's a bad game. Like I said at the start of the video, I actually ended up completing 100% of the game. But what made the game so fun? Probably Chop. I think that's it. He carried the game. Just look at that good boy. Who's a good boy? Chop's a good boy. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are. I'm a 24-year-old man. This is weird. I shouldn't be doing this. But in all seriousness, I think I've just spent too much time playing crappy online multiplayer games where all they want is a shitload of microtransactions. It now feels like video games are made with the intentions of rinsing as much money as possible out of their player base. It's kind of ironic of me to say that, considering Rockstar are probably the worst for this. But in this video, I'm talking about the story mode, not the online mode. That video is for another day. We're not going down that rabbit hole today. Playing through the story mode again, you can really feel the passion the developers had for this game. Every game I play now is just a soulless cash grab. It was nice to play something that had a little bit of passion. I'm not saying there aren't great games out there now, but I grew up on the PlayStation 2, and maybe I'm biased, but that console had some of the greatest video games ever. Low-key, some of them games could probably hold up today. And that's because developers back then were passionate. Most of the games that you get now aren't even finished when they release them. They just put out an update in a few days. Back on the PlayStation 2, if you ship the game that isn't finished, well, that's the game. There's no going back. You can't just send out an update. But anyway, I'm not gonna fall down that hole. Yeah, so I'm not really sure how to smoothly move on from that, so I'm just gonna list a few things that I found kind of cool while playing through the story mode. Easter eggs and references. I'm a little bit of a nerd, as you can probably tell, so when a game makes a reference to another game, well, I just find that the coolest shit, to be honest. You have all the UFOs, the ghosts on Mount Gordo, or even aliens, and so much more. Side activities. That kind of sounds like a ChatGPT response. Let's actually see how ChatGPT will respond to that. GTA 5's side activities stems from their diverse options, attention to details, rewards, social elements, and the freedom they offer to players. These activities add to the overall richness of the game, providing players with a well-rounded and enjoyable gaming experience. Okay, that's nice. I just thought they were pretty fun. That's pretty much it. For me, GTA 5 is the most balanced game in the series. It's the one I find myself still coming back to play the most. And I would say, even in the current year, the game still holds up. Even the graphics and gameplay, they're not even that outdated. If anything, they're probably better than a lot of the games that we're getting now. I still feel immersed every playthrough. I'm still finding out new things about the game. So yeah, GTA 5 is actually a good game. I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers, so please, subscribe. I'm begging you, I need this, subscribe!